Hey folks, Frank Zorrilla here, Zor Capital, November 3rd, 7 o'clock at night, doing a quick video in regards to the market. Just to talk about the market and to see if we can find some individual swings for tomorrow and perhaps the coming week that we can take advantage of. Okay, so first, let's look at the SPY. I'm not a big fan of talking about the market on a consistent basis just because every single bar is pretty much meaningless. I don't think there's something important to say about the market every single day. Sometimes things are random, sometimes things are not. There is no doubt that over the past couple of days, all you heard is pretty much all-time highs, all-time highs, all-time highs. There's some people that believe that all-time highs means, you know, blue sky territory. Like there's nothing to worry about and we're going to go higher and you're just fine. I don't think that's the case. I'm not a believer that you should buy highs blindly just because the market goes up and down. From 1 year highs, all-time highs, 52-week highs, 1 year lows, 52-week lows, the market goes up and down. That's just very simple. That's just simple. And you can see that here. What we're looking at here is the weekly chart of the SPY with the Bollinger Bands. I'm not a big user of Bollinger Bands. When I do use them, I only use them on the indices. And the weekly ones tend to work a little bit better. And as you can see right here, we pretty much closed above the upper Bollinger Band on a weekly basis. All right. You can see here just a quick look at what has happened when we have bumped our head against the Bollinger Bands and even crossed it. You know, right over here, you got sideways actions to down. Right over here, a little nice pullback. Right over here, we touched it. You know, sideways action to down. If you take a look at the QQQs, same thing. We actually closed way above it. You know, right over here, we touched it, sideways to down. Right over here, we got above, nice little pullback. Right here, we got above, nice little pullback. So the point is that I don't think that you should just be buying 52-week highs or all-time highs blindly, or believe that just because we printed a 52-week high that the market can't pull back, okay? Especially if you are a swing trader, okay? So if you, like for example, I own a piece of the indices, the Qs, the IWM, the SPY. I pretty much own them forever. The only thing that changes is my allocation to these ETFs, so they can go as high as they want. But another major part of what it is that I do is individual stock trading, and sometimes the individual stock trading underneath the surface don't really coincide with what's going on with the market. So you might have a market that's trading at a 52-week high, and for some reason, you know, since September 19th, at least for me, swing trading individual names has been a real grind. Okay? After it was a smooth ride from whatever it was from March, May, June, July, August, middle of September, specifically right after the Fed meeting, September 19th, it's been a real grind. Okay? You know, those who are swing traders, you know, some of them know. Some of them won't tell you, but that's actually been the case. And here's a great chart from StockCats. You know, these have been the previous Fed dates. Okay, they all pretty much came at 52-week highs. Okay, right over here, nice little pullback. Right over here, nice little pullback. Right over here, Fed day, nice little pullback. Right over here, nice little pullback, and right over here, who knows what's going to happen. But again, I think, again, just to reiterate, what's important to me is the individuals trading underneath the surface. And since this day right over here, at least for me, it's been a real grind. It doesn't mean that's going to happen here. And we saw some decent trades over, you know, Thursday and Friday. That might continue. But I want you to keep this in mind when you read or hear about what's 52-week highs and it's blue sky territory. You know, look, again, just to reiterate, the market goes up and down, not up or down. That's regardless of whether we're trading at highs, lows, or in the middle. Okay, and keep in mind about this right over here, the upper Bollinger Band, that we might have the indices stall out, which would be great if the names underneath the surface start to work a little bit better. Now let's take a look at some trading ideas to see if we can find some for tomorrow, or maybe flag some stocks that might be setting up for the later part of the week. Okay, so what we're gonna look for is we're gonna look for stocks that have the highest momentum, which is pretty much all the stocks, the best performing stocks year to date. What we're gonna come across, we're gonna come across a lot of stocks that are not known stocks. Okay, unlike what you read out there, most of the best performing stocks are small caps that no one knows about, that at some point were left to the dead, and then for some reason they came back, they did a reverse split, something happened, and they start to move higher. Some of these names, and if not most of these names, don't have any earnings. Okay, and when it comes to swing trading, at least for me, what we're looking to do is we're looking to take advantage of the way most stocks trade, which is in small little bursts that might last 3 to 5 days. Okay, sometimes even maybe 3 to 10 days. For example, right over here, and then you get the pullback, nice little move right over here, sideways action, right over here, and then it goes down right over here, nice move, sideways action. You take a look even at the biggest names, they usually trade the same way. Uh, you know, 5, 6, 7 days of up action, and then it's done. Here, nice move higher, then done. Here, nice move higher, then done. Most stocks trade that way. And that is the reason why it's important not to chase a stock that's already up 5, 6 days in a row, because chances are that you're going to sit through some type of correction. And when it comes to swing trading, in my opinion, what you want to do is you want to get the entry right. You want to ride those 3 to 10 days, get off the train, and do it all over again. And those small gains, if you compound them slowly but surely, they'll make a big difference, year end. So let's look at some of these names, and what we're looking for is, for those of you who follow me for a while, we're looking for stocks that have high momentum and are going through some type of consolidation or contraction, and we're looking to jump on board the minute it starts to show that it's ready for a second move higher. So as we go through this list, I'll give you some examples.